Time is running out for TikTok again. Right now, TikTok only has 5 days to secure a buyer from the United States of America. As we all remember, TikTok went dark a few months ago, just for a few hours. Everybody went crazy. And as of right now, a deal has not been reached with an American buyer to purchase the app.
Is this nigga serious?
Now you're gonna hear a lot of people, including Donald Trump, say a lot of things, but it really doesn't matter what they say. What matters is the law that was introduced and signed into law by the Biden administration. President Trump does not have the executive authority to change that law. Only Congress can do that. And as it stands, Congress has not put up any legislation to change or rescind the law. Donald Trump has already given TikTok an extra 90 days. Some people say he may be able to do that again, but he won't be able to hold it off forever. In this video, we're going to talk about who actually holds the power in the negotiations with TikTok so that you have a clear understanding and you're not just listening to people who are speaking to you from their emotions and speaking to you from a place where they're telling you what they want to happen. Welcome to the Mr. Wilson's Got a Headache podcast. I'm your host, Dennis DeMenace. Check this out.
And the clock's ticking on TikTok.
Yeah, the deadline for the U.S. to reach a deal with the social media companies just over a week away.
Fox 5 Sharon Crowley joins us now with a look at where things stand today. Sharon.
Yeah, Steve, TikTok's U.S. expiration date is fast approaching. April 5th is the new deadline the social media giant is up against, and that's when a ban could take effect. TikTok is owned by the Chinese company ByteDance. ByteDance has until April 5th to find a new U.S. owner or face a ban in this country. A bipartisan group of lawmakers endorse a ban, fearing China is spying on millions of American TikTok users. Even President Trump supported one until he had a change of heart after the election, and he credits the social media app with actually helping him win. So far, though, no buyers have come forward officially.
We just watched the clip, and you're going to see other clips and creators talking about what's happening with TikTok. But let's be very clear. According to that law, Donald Trump has exhausted his ability to keep TikTok active in the United States. Some people say that he can use an executive order. However, that executive order can be challenged through a court of appeals or the Supreme Court. There are still people in the United States who want TikTok gone for good, especially knowing that the Chinese government doesn't allow any of our social media sites in their country. Now, to me, that makes perfect sense. And it also makes sense to assume that Donald Trump taking a stand on reciprocal tariffs against nations across the world would align with the idea that he is not interested in allowing TikTok to exist in the United States if social media sites from the United States cannot operate in China. One thing that's true is that Donald Trump, as the president, does not have the authority via an executive order to change any law in the United States. Now, if something was done by an executive order by a previous president, he can change it with just the stroke of his pen. But as I said in the beginning of this video, TikTok is different. So it is what it is. ByteDance, the parent company to TikTok, has already said it's not interested in selling. So how do you buy something from somebody who doesn't want to sell it to you? You can't. But most importantly, and I mean most importantly, it is important to understand that Donald Trump does not have the power to force a sale of TikTok. That power lies in one man's hand, Xi Jinping. For you who may not know, President Xi is the president of China. President Xi has been at war with the West on many fronts, especially when it deals with tariffs and a trade war that has been going on since the first Trump presidency. That's almost 10 years ago. President Xi is currently trying to reunite China with Taiwan, a country right off of its coast that makes 90% of the world's semiconductors, and currently has a loose agreement with the United States that the United States may or may not come to its rescue if China ever tries to take this island by force. China is also the second largest economy in the world, second only to the United States. And China and President Xi has ambition to become the world's superpower and overtake the United States by the year 2050. President Trump currently has increased tariffs on Chinese goods because he says that we have a trade deficit with China and he wants to balance that deficit. Now, under those circumstances, I'm not asking anybody else but you that's watching this video, and I want to know in the comments, under those circumstances, do you believe that it is in China's best interest to sell TikTok to the United States along with an algorithm that is considered the most addictive algorithm that has ever been produced? Now, to me, it doesn't make any sense. I think the biggest thing here is that millions of businesses in the United States could lose their income overnight. Check this out.
So as the deadline approaches, public opinion about the threat from TikTok seems to be shifting. A new Pew Research Center survey says the public support for a ban is at 34%. That's down from 50% just 2 years ago in March of 2023. Researchers also found those who want a ban have security concerns, which we knew, and those who oppose it think a ban threatens free speech. Ulanov explains now why he thinks fewer Americans want to end TikTok here in the U.S.
We have been giving our data willfully to all kinds of social media companies for years. China has a vested interest in this product being in the U.S. It's something they're proud about. They have other avenues of cyber attack that are much better, much more useful to them than TikTok.
Well, the White House press secretary, as recently as 8 days ago, was asked about it, about getting a TikTok deal done. She says is a high priority for the Trump administration, and she says a deal could be announced as soon as there is one.
I'll go ahead and tell you now, my personal opinion is that eventually, even if there's another extension given to TikTok, TikTok will be banned in the United States. I don't know, guys. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. I want to know what you think about it. Do you think that ByteDance is going to sell in the United States? Do you think that President Xi of China is going to approve the sale of TikTok? Do you think that TikTok is worth selling without the algorithm? Let me know what you think about it in the comments. I might be missing something that you know that I haven't heard of yet. Let me know in the comments. Do me a favor, if you're still here, like the video, subscribe to the channel, beat up those comments for me, and as always, I'll see you on the next video.